Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Cookie, and it's one of those fun, big scaling Theatar games, but it's an unconventional one. One of those games where you see people are shaping up poison and scam boards, and you can't win off of three big things. Theatar loves three tribes on the board, but sometimes it's better to just be smaller and put a fourth or fifth minion on the board that are effectively the same tribe, and do things like, bounce Divine Shields with Mechrel, build some nice cleaves, put some nice utility minions on the board, because at the end of the day, three big minions only trade 3 poisonous Murlocs. You're going to have to make up those extra sets somewhere. All right, enjoy. This one's really good. That's not bad at all, actually. Double end of turn effect, Walking Fort for 80 gold. Unfortunately, 80 gold is not a playable line. If it was a better quest, we could do this. It's Fort. I know it's Fort. I love Fort. Sinfall is actually a playable line, though. We can just play dragons this game. Yep. I'm just gonna do that. $80 gold might as well be 420. Agreed. Plus 420 gold would be dope. Just got my beer shipment 4-pack of 13.5% IPA and a lager 4-pack. Christmas bout to be drunk. I mean, it sounds like a good time, honestly. Like, Merry Christmas, dude. Have a great holiday. Enjoy your life. You should spell out the word W-A-L-K when you take the dogs for a W-A-L-K, then freak out the family at Christmas. Yeah, why not? Seems legit. We're doing the thing, chat. Could sell both. Try to take a 2-star dragon. I'd rather just take another 3-star probably next turn. Or a 4. Where is your dog? Well, I mean, technically that is the dog. For the sake of argument, that is the dog back there. Zoom in, enhance. It's basically CSI over here. But we can focus on it. She's a lot more visible, typically. There you go. There's the other dog. Would you look at that? The dragon line was pretty good. It's not Xeris Millhouse with a, 15-14, but, it's pretty good, nonetheless. Pretty good. Nobody said perfect. Aw, hit either of those two and we take 4 more damage off the board. Savjz. He's still in Tavern 2 with 2 triples at this point in the game. I don't think we freak out about that one. We could try to keep the Patient Scout around. Use this to level. Instead of taking the 3 here. I mean, Chroma Wing scales slowly. Balls? The balls, dude. It does dilute the pool for Terracosa, which is annoying. Could take a 3-star just to buff these guys. I think we have our 3s once we give this thing Divine Shield. And we have our 2s. So, maybe putting the extra 1-star is useful here. Could argue the opposite way. That we don't ever play ones in this game. Ones are so cheap, though. We'd be pretty happy getting a hold of ones. If we could just get a hold of one Nadina, which this scout could potentially represent, we just scale off of Sinfall with Nadina, and life is good. Just greed it and get Nadina? I mean, it's not the worst idea. There's probably better ideas out there, you know, but it's not the worst idea. We came to the same conclusion, and considering it's a 4-star already, and we are really strong right now, and there's a ghost now in the lobby. Heck, wait. We could also consider Patient Scout. We could potentially triple it. I don't see myself going anywhere. Bro, heck, wait. Well, that's just awkward. Maybe I discover a 5? Can level by this next turn to take a 6. Then keep that on the board for a turn to discover 2 6s? Might mean we just cycle for lulz. Okay, so we're not going to play this back on the board very often. As much as I'd like to, I'd rather take the stats up front from the Sinfall. Got a 50-50 to get this shield. It's not like we're weak. Turn 7 board, by the way. Turn 7. You know, 9 gold when you're typically thinking maybe I'd level from 3 to 4. Our board's pretty decent. You know, a little above average at the moment. Could you please, for the love of God, hit the Terracosa, Amber Guardian? Why are you over here throwing? We just wanted this, obviously. 2 6s? Actually 3 6s. With this line. It's actually 4 6s with this line. I don't think it's Uther. I think it's just Seafood Slinger. Could try to play toward a Mega Buster, Pivot Exodia. If we think that Dragons doesn't get there. What you got? Wonder Ball Galakron on 5. Rendell early. Power levels with it. One of the best hits in the game. That was our video yesterday, wasn't it? The Rendell Galakron hit. I think it's nasty early. You just power level with it. It wasn't the Murazin game? Depends on what. We have many a game out there. Look at you. You're huge. Why? Why we gotta tie this one? You got Golden Mithrax. But actually, like, how? He's got a random golden minion from Wonder Ball, and it happened to be a Mithrax? Damn. Got a Theo. Okay, we probably should consider that Theo's good. Dude! What is this? What is this package? Why are you all ass? Why is there no Nadina, nor Calicos, nor Theo, nor Seafood Slinger, nor... Ugh. What is this shit? This shit garbage. Or even Fort would be good here. They're all neutrals. That's what we call a miss. Indeed. Alright, now we playing Theo. Didn't know if we were going to play Theo here or not. It's probably next turn that we play Theo. We're going to discover here too. Can't get the tribes I want though. Here, shield. Here, one time. You did it! Good Amber Guardian. Alright, next turn we catapult in strength. Bofur, could you keep it down? My bad, my bad. I got a little bit excited. Composure, Bofur. Composure. We are doing great right now. We're not really killing minions. Because this cat is coming for us. We don't get in the bottom 3. Okay. Double Theo has to be better than this, but you know, okay. I see you. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a yes. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling kind of good right now. That felt pretty decent. Bofur, you get your brother's dog a puppy for Christmas? Ooh, that's a real commitment right there. Mithrax scaling isn't reasonable at turn 10. No, we also don't have the board spot. Like, getting rid of Whelp Smuggler is getting rid of 1 health on every Theatar buff on 2 minions on the board. Is it okay if we had nothing else to put in that spot? Sure. But like every minion that we play through gives 2 health to Ball and 2 health to Meckrel because of the Smuggler. If we had extra slots, you have 8, 9, 10 slots on the board, sure. We just don't have that space. Just have 10 slots, he says. How strong are we compared to you? Probably fine. Oh, yeah. Miss Bowers coming in hot. Right with a party of 25. Yo, Miss Bowers. Thank you for the raid. I think we're going to be chilling a little bit here with the Leroy in the back. It's either Leroy or Selfless Hero. We could do both. We could get out Smuggler after this point. We've already scaled as far as we're going to go there. Maybe. You could kind of get us. It's pretty possible. Especially with like 1 Leroy plus that board. If it connects here. Alright. Let's circle back. Yo, shout out over here. Yo, Ms. Bowers, thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully you had a great stream. Leroy dead. Alright, good enough. Not good enough to kill, though. Unfortunately. Yo, what's up, Isabel? What's up, BR Milwaukee? What's up, Visanda? Tyler Lee? Just saying hi to people immediately after the raid. I know a lot of you were here already, but you know what? Say hello again. Doggo? Nah, we gotta clarify that question at the moment. Because, like, I really do like leveling here. Do we think stats are relevant, or is it utility that's more important? Because Mantid is a really good hit, Theotar is a really good hit, and then Nadina is a really good hit on this board. We also could just take Glow Scale and sit still. Is your dog a good dog? Aren't they all? Aren't they all good dogs? It's not like I really need to poison the ball, but like we can if it's free. I really like that card. I think you gotta go. As much as I like the extra stats on the board by keeping the smuggler around. Being able to safeguard here from Ghoul, which is a very common read against Theotar boards, is to Ghoul us. It's gonna be nice. Think about 1 neutral average on 6. I don't think it's worth the freeze. They're both like vanilla neutral minions. Stats may not be relevant here. We've got a Murloc board we have to deal with at the end. This guy's potentially poison as well. Or Gia's. She is potentially poison as well. Honestly, they all are pivoting that direction. We should identify what people are doing and not run directly into that brick wall. If we can avoid it. You must not have kids, Bofur. After Paw Patrol, you learn that they're not all good pups. Paw Patrol's propaganda. Oh, good shit, good shit. Let's go! Controversial takes on stream. Whew. Would love the cleave in this lobby. Is it too late? We already have a mech. We'd have to replace Leroy. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 neutrals we play afterwards right now. I don't think it's too late. I think we have to in this scenario. I think this is where we are in this game. That cards like Foe Reaper are what allow us to take the final lead over these Murloc boards, these poisons that people are going. We're really only 3 things. Twitch chat about Paw Patrol, what a time to be alive. The Motor Pups are bad too. Oh my god. Not a controversial opinion, that's cold fucking sucks. If you disagree, you're wrong. Yeah, we have about, where I am right now in Ohio, about 10 hours left of not being frigid. I am going to cut off the stream today, immediately pack up the dogs, take a trip to the grocery slash drop the dogs off at my parents' place, and then pick up a few things out while I'm, basically bourbon. Come get bourbon. And settle in for Christmas, because I am sure as hell not driving in this ice storm that we're getting in the next 24 hours. So this is the end before Christmas. I won't be on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'll be back normal hours Monday going on. But yeah, I really don't want to deal with this. What you got? You got a ball, you got an Orgazoa, and you got a Mantid. Probably should play this. Mackerel ain't terrible. We also do have 2 5-stars on the board. Not that really matters. Remember, we are still a Sinfall board, as much as we might forget since we have Theotar. We're buffing in multiple ways right now. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're a Sinfall board. Chunky Murloc? I think it's more likely it would be a chunky mech if we're going to do that. that another mech roll on this board could be the win condition if he goes all poison. Basically, we're just layering Divine Shields on this board, because if it is small poison, there's just nothing we can do about it. That's so sad. On the other hand, our read is good. We have to play toward the Divine Shields here. The problem is we're just not strong. Alright, that hit was good. That hit was pretty good too. Close. Very close. We can beat this guy, and we didn't die. I see Murloc, I want it, I get you, I do. But the read has to be towards shields. Oh my god, are we lucky or are we lucky? I could probably get away with not. I mean, cycling one more turn, right? Ooh, this is actually really nasty. Either it tie breaks the end, or we use it early to bump. Either one's pretty good. Early to bump, probably. Let this thing die. Then have this thing bump with the 2 spots afterwards. And against the Ghost, we keep the open cycle spot. We leave the Golden Selfless on the board at the end. Don't die. Just don't die, lol. Good ping pong. Good ping pong. Good ping pong. Hey, Bofur, been staying on one viable strategy for Sinfall with proper economy units in the game. Nah. There's just not enough effects on Tavern 1. Could you stay on one for a minute? Sure, but you have to know your Sinfall before you make a decision, and you're never on one on turn 4. Or very, very, very rarely, I should say. So it's kind of tough. Kind of tough to see how that would ever work out. Well, I mean, they're just all good things. They're all just kind of nasty, you know? Got Golden Selfless Hero. I really don't want to sell Theatar, but I gotta commit Golden Selfless Hero, so if that's the case, I gotta sell Theatar. Could taunt something. Could Selfless Baron. But is it going to be Selfless Baron to re-shield the minions? Does that get us there against this guy? Can taunt Manted. Time to sell the ball. Yeah, it's a very real case. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is that it has to be ball now. This kind of sucks to hit, but... And then we do 1 turn cycling next turn. Pull that back 1. This should be here. It's actually good positioning if we just go first. The threat is this guy. This one we can tend to underestimate a little bit. We got one of the mech rolls, but we didn't get the little guy to get any stats. Pulling the shield to the back just opens up a reshield so that we can get multiple mech roll hits. Naturally. Naturally. Fair enough. This is the scary board. Theo ain't going nowhere. Yeah, Theo gotta stay now. Too bad the mech roll didn't get buffed. Might make the read that the cleave is no longer gonna stay. You also could make the read that little Meckrel gets taunted now. Get out of Manted. Or get out of Cleave. We have another shield here too, which is nice. You know he's going to try to play toward Leroy. Ideally, we get a ghoul. GG. Just hit, he says. Good value seafood. Great value seafood. He's got a golden selfless hero and a selfless hero on this board too. That is a crazy board. Heh. Selfless shielded selfless. Classic. It's a classic, dude. Alright, potentially get a bump here. Double bump off Baron. What a baller. Theo ain't going nowhere, says chat. Theo takes a 200 buff and still gets stoled. Just gonna die to the opening hit. Yeah, Ghoul is just the hit there. It swings everything all shields to us because the Meckrels just reshield themselves.